Welcome to the Big Marathon. Part 1. From my kitchen with love. Let's bake together with all our heart and soul. Let's start with crispy and juicy meat borek. Ingredients: 500 grams ground meat, 1 large onion chopped, 1 clove garlic chopped, 1/4 cup oil, 1 tablespoon paprika, 1/4 teaspoon cumin, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, 1/2 bunch coriander or parsley chopped, 1 egg for brushing, sesame seeds for decoration, and puff pastry. Preparation: put the oil in a frying pan. When the oil is hot, add the onion. Fry until lightly golden. Add the garlic. Fry for another minute. Add the meat. Continue to fry until the meat turns dark. If a lot of liquid has accumulated, you can strain add paprika, cumin, salt, black pepper. Mix well. Add the coriander and mix. Cover the pan. Fry for another minute. Put the meat in a food processor and grind. Place the dough on the work surface. Sprinkle a little flour the dough. Roll it out a little. Fill it with meat in an even layer over the entire dough, not to the edges. Roll the dough all the way to the end. Mark the dough at equal intervals. And cut. Place on a baking sheet with baking paper. Flatten it a little. Brush an egg on the dough. Sprinkle sesame seeds. Put it in a preheated oven. Israel, 180 degrees. United States, 350 degrees. Bake for about 30 minutes until a beautiful golden color. From my kitchen with love. Subscribe to my channel. Let's move on to the next recipe. Potato borek, flower-shaped. Ingredients: 4 large potatoes, 1 large chopped onion, 4 chopped garlic cloves, ½ teaspoon salt, a little black pepper, 3 tablespoons oil, rolled out puff pastry, a little flour, 1 egg, pitted black olives, sesame seeds and ground poppy seeds. For decoration. Preparation: put the potatoes in a pot with water on the stove. Over medium heat, wait for the potatoes to be soft. Strain the water. Wash the potatoes. Transfer them to a bowl. Set aside. Put the oil in a frying pan. Over medium heat. When the oil is hot, add the onion. Fry a little. Add the garlic. Continue to fry until golden brown. Add black pepper and salt. Fry for another minute. Turn off the heat. Mash the potatoes. Add the onion with the garlic. Mix well. Sprinkle a little flour on the work surface. Place the dough. Sprinkle a little flour on the dough. Roll it out a little. Cut the dough into squares. Put a spoonful of the filling in the center of the square. Hold two opposite edges. Add the other two edges. Press them all together. Cut the olive in half. Place it in the center of the dough. Place it on a baking sheet. With baking paper, this way continue to prepare all the dough. Brush with egg. Sprinkle sesame seeds only on the dough. Decorate with ground poppy seeds. Put it in a preheated oven. Israel, 180 degrees. United States, 350 degrees. Bake for about half an hour until a beautiful golden color. Remove it from the oven. Bon appétit! from my kitchen with love. Subscribe to my channel. Let's move on to the next recipe. Family spinach and cheese borek. Filling ingredients: 500 grams cottage cheese, 200 grams salty cheese, chopped, 300 grams grated cheese. I chose mozzarella cheese, 1 egg, spinach leaves, not necessarily cooked, 1 flat teaspoon salt. If the cheese is not too salty, rolled puff pastry. It doesn't matter if square, rectangle, round. 1 egg for brushing. Sesame seeds for decoration. Preparation: preparing the filling. Put in a bowl all the filling ingredients. Mix well. You can choose which cheeses you want. To have 1 cheese, white, 1 cheese like yellow cheese, and salty cheese. Wrap the bowl in cling film. Set aside. Grease a large round pan. You can use a smaller pan. Sprinkle a little flour on the work surface. Place dough on the work surface. Sprinkle a little flour over the dough. It is desirable that the dough be rectangular. If the dough is square, roll it out a little to the sides. Place some of the filling along the edge of the dough, not to the edges. Spread an egg on both edges of the dough. Fold the 2 edges of the dough and press. Roll from the edge of the dough almost to the front. Spread an egg on the edge of the dough. Roll. Sprinkle a little flour on the work surface. Place the bottom of the dough. Roll it a little. It into a snail shape. Place them in the pan, close to each other. but not too close. And on the same side. Pay attention when I roll it. I hold the sides so that the filling does not come out. It is possible that during baking, the filling came out of the dough. Spread a little egg. Sprinkle sesame seeds on top. Set aside for 15 minutes. From the dough and the remaining filling, I made triangular-shaped boreks. I placed them on a baking sheet. With baking paper, I spread an egg on top and sprinkled sesame seeds on top. Put in a preheated oven. Israel, 180 degrees. United States, 350 degrees. And bake about 35 minutes until a beautiful golden color. Family spinach and cheese borek. And cheese spinach borek, triangle shape. From my kitchen with love. Subscribe to my channel. Let's move on to the next recipe. Spinach and cheese borek. Ingredients: spinach, a little black pepper, a tablespoon Parmesan cheese, crumbled feta cheese, puff pastry, an egg for coating, sesame seeds for decoration. Preparation: put the spinach in a pan with a tablespoon of water. Cook until soft. Strain. Chop a little. Sprinkle a little flour on the work surface. Place the dough. Roll it out a little. Sprinkle a little flour on top of the dough. Cut the dough into 3 parts. Put the spinach in a bowl. Add a little black pepper, Parmesan cheese, feta cheese. Mix well until smooth. Place some of the filling on the dough. Arrange in a row. Roll gently. Press the sides together to round into a snail shape. The final edge of the dough. Place it under the middle. Place the borek on a baking sheet with lightly greased baking paper. Brush with egg. Sprinkle sesame seeds on top. Place in a preheated oven. Israel 180 degrees. United States 350 degrees. Bake for about half an hour until a beautiful golden color. From my kitchen with love. Subscribe to my channel. Let's move on to the next recipe. Dough-covered cheese fingers. Ingredients: 70 grams margarine or butter, 2 cups sifted flour, about half a cup water, very little salt, 1/4 cup milk, cheese fingers, mozzarella. Preparation: put all the ingredients in a bowl, except for the cheese fingers and the water. Gradually add the water. Knead until a uniform dough. Wrap the dough in cling film. Put in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Take the dough out of the refrigerator. Place it on a floured surface. Cut it in half. Keep 1/2 in the refrigerator. Wrap it in cling film. Sprinkle a little flour on the dough. Roll it into a thin sheet. Straighten the dough around it. Create rows that aren't too wide. Take one row of the dough, wrap the cheese, a little stretch the dough, and roll it. Cut the rest of the dough. Pinch the edges. Roll it well so that it comes together into one dough. Set aside. Stretch the dough. Cut the rest of the dough. Pinch the edges. Roll well. Set aside. Pay attention. The dough is soft and flexible. Once the dough warms up, it is impossible to work with it. Return it to the refrigerator. To harden a little, take out the dough that left in the refrigerator. Continue preparing the cheese fingers until I finish all the dough. Put oil in a pan over medium heat. Wait for the oil to heat. Gently place the cheese fingers. Fry until golden brown. On both sides. Remove to a plate on absorbent paper. From my kitchen with love. Finish it like this. You like it? This is just the first part. Wait until you see what awaits you in Chapter 2. Don't forget to subscribe. My cookbooks on Amazon. Good luck. Continue soon.